Hello and a very good morning to you all. Today we're concentrating on the jumps cards today. We're looking at the 210 at Plumpton. My selection is Goring 2. You will be Goring 2 if you back this selection, because I'm very confident that this horse will not win today. Okay, let's look at the price first. 186, 187, absolutely disgusting. I was going to say something else, but I won't. Disgusting, considering that Coro Dancer has already beaten this horse before, but there's more to it. Okay, as they say, there's more. Okay, let's move on and have a look at Goring 2's win. I'm looking at the win. I'm going to ignore the last run. Okay, she beat Oscar Charlie and Free Speech. These are the two horses that I would like to concentrate on today. First of all, notice the weight she was carrying, 911, and Free Speech was carrying 11 stone 11. Okay, the other thing to note here about Free Speech is this: Mr. James Best, not related to George Best, but he's a £7 claimer. Okay, let me start with Oscar Charlie first. Looks very impressive that Goring 2 beat him 7 lengths. But let's have a look at Oscar Charlie and I will explain to you something. Okay, this is what I mean. He's won next time out, but we should click down to the form there. That's when he was coming into the race. Goring beat him 7 lengths. Okay, that was his last run coming into that race, 29th of May. So Goring, in my opinion, beat an unfit horse. Okay, Free Speech, an 8-year-old, I feel was coming into the race too soon. Okay, after winning his previous race, it came into the race too soon. And how do I know that he came? Look at this comment here: soon ridden, beaten and tired. Okay, what does tired mean? I'm sure you all know what tired means. That Free Speech came into the race too soon. Just let's have a look at Free Speech. He won here 13th of December. Okay, then he come out on the 19th of December, and that's when Goring beat him. But he came into that wind race on the 28th of November. He had a race, and on the 13th of December he won the race. And if you look through Free Speech's form, you won't see this kind of time gap between these races. Right, just staying with Goring's form. This race is of interest here on the 6th of December, beating 50 lengths by Hunt Ball. I thought that was a C, but it's a H, so it's Hunt Ball. Okay, now let's just click on this Hunt Ball. Let's find his form. Okay, that's where Goring was beaten 50 lengths. Okay, there. And if you look there, Hunt Ball only beat Free Speech by 3.5 lengths. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing you. He beat Free Speech by 3.5 lengths. Goring was beaten, well beaten by Goring, but we know why Goring was well beaten by, why Free Speech was well beaten by Goring. So look at that form there. So Huntball beats Free Speech 3.5 lengths, but if we go back there, we know he beat Goring 2 by 50 lengths. Okay, and look at the weight there. Again, no excuses for Goring 2. Marc Goldstein rides, etc., etc. Like I said, Goring 2 has been beaten by Curra Dancer before there. So that's why I think the price is a bit not good, to put it politely. Okay, so that's that. The other thing you've got to notice, or you should take into account, is the fact that Goring 2 is not proven at the distance. Okay, one run there at 2 miles, which on firm ground beaten 44 lengths, and the market sentiment on that day was 100 to 1, 100 to and previous runs 100 to 1. I don't think the dropping trip is going to suit Goring 2, although he runs as though it will. There, it looks impressive that he was going well, going strongly when blundered 3. I wouldn't really call it a blunder. If you look at the replay, it was a mistake which Goring 2 didn't recover from, which I feel he should have recovered from, but the other 2 horses caught up with him and beat him. So the other negative thing could be, you could ask yourself, what happens if Goring makes a mistake today? Will he be able to recover? Okay, She's Humble is the one that I feel will win this race. The danger being Wishes or Watches. She's Humble has already beaten Wishes or Watches. Sound like Jonathan Ross there. So let's just have a look. Okay, their time it got pulled up. I mean, you could blame the heavy ground, you could blame the step up in class. That is reasonable form. If you keep going down somewhere, my selection's beaten Wishes or Washes there. Okay, give a quite a bit of weight to him, beaten by 1.5 lengths. So on that form, I feel She's Humble should be able to beat my lay selection today. This price here, I think, it's an insult to punters that bookmakers or even layers on Betfair are offering this kind of price, but more fool the backers who are willing to back this horse at this price. Okay, that's it for today. I've got a lot of messages apart from the rude ones. I'll talk about them some other time, but I've got a lot of messages about people asking me when am I going to start my service. To tell you the truth, I don't really know if I am going to start a service, because dealing with people who can't handle one loss or 2 losses, my selections are always been high quality selections, not the 6 to 1, 5 to 1 lays that some services give. But I have to seriously think about which way I'm going to go. I might revert back to my original thing where I wanted to work with a number of people. Whatever I do, I know I'm going to offer a very very good deal to people, which will not be matched by anybody. But that is something I'm thinking about. I don't want to rush into it, especially with the flat coming on. I mean, most of you who didn't follow me when I was doing the flat, I did give 28 lay selections in one day. I got 24 right out of the 28. So the reason I don't give out too many selections is a lot of hard work goes into giving these selections, and I don't feel that, you know, that if I can't put in the time, I don't think it would be fair for me to put up the selections. Yesterday, even though it might have looked, you know, that I was on a losing thing, if you look at realistically and if you look at the whole picture, you will see through yesterday's selection that I still come out in profit. Okay, thank you for your time. I apologize for mumbling on, and all being well, you know, we won't be going anywhere but the sunshine. Thank you very much. Bye bye.